Their whispered schemes. They thought me frail, blind, defenseless. But a fire kindled within me, steady and patient, waiting to blaze. I decided to play their game, better. Months passed, the house a silent war zone. No raised voices, no open fights, just Nadia's smirks, Kael's coldness, and Elias's growing frailty. His health waned under the strain of work and the tension at home. I shielded him from the truth, but it was too loud to ignore. One night, in the dim kitchen, my reflection in the window showed a woman aged but resolute. I was done being their prey. I began collecting evidence, a bank statement showing Kael's unauthorized withdrawals, receipts for my missing jewelry, and then, the recordings. I hid a device under their favorite table, capturing their venomous whispers. "She's too soft," Nadia sneered. "By next month, the house will be ours," Kael said. Each word fueled my resolve. I stored their betrayal like ammunition, waiting for the perfect moment. Elias's 60th birthday arrived, a day ripe for truth. I planned meticulously, guests, decorations, and a facade of celebration. Nadia preened, thinking it her stage to shine. As the party hummed, I stood beside Elias and Kael, my smile serene. I handed Kael a sleek envelope tied with silver ribbon. "For you, my son," I said. "A mother's gift." His smirk faltered as he opened it. Inside were transcripts of their cruel words, financial records, and proof of their deceit. The room stilled as I signaled the audio to play. Nadia's voice filled the air, "She's so easy to manipulate." Once Elias signs the deeds, we're set. Gasps rippled through the guests. Nadia stammered, "It's a lie. She fabricated it." Kael's hands shook, the papers slipping from his grasp. "Enough," he whispered, his voice breaking. The guests left in hushed shock, the party dissolving into whispers. Nadia stormed out, hurling threats, but she never returned. Kael came to me days later, his eyes sunken. "Mom, I don't deserve your mercy." I looked at him, torn between love and pain. "No, you don't," I said softly. "But I forgive you." He collapsed, sobbing, and for a moment, I held the boy I'd raised, not the man who'd betrayed me. A week later, I met with our lawyer. With steady hands, I donated half our estate to a children's charity in Elias's name. Kael would inherit only the house he grew up in, a reminder of his greed's roots. When he learned of it, he wept. "Why, Mom? Why give it all away?" I smiled. "Love isn't what you hoard, Kael. It's what you release. You took my heart once, but I've freed it now." Years later, Kael brings me roses every Sunday, his eyes heavy with remorse but growing with wisdom. "I lost everything chasing it all," he says. I touch his face gently. "No, my son. You lost it because you forgot who gave it to you." On my dresser sits that crimson box, unopened, a relic of Elias's love. I smile, whispering, "Some gifts aren't for opening, they're for remembering." And with that, I've found my peace. The golden dusk cast a warm glow across the living room when my husband, Elias, returned after a grueling 2-week trip. His arms overflowed with shopping bags, each adorned with shimmering ribbons and delicate wrappings. My heart skipped, not for the treasures he carried, but for the thought that, after all this time, I was still in his mind. Elias gave me a weary smile as he set the bags down. "Lara, I found something that screamed you," he said, offering me a small box wrapped in deep crimson silk. Before my fingers could graze it, a hand darted forward, snatching it away. "Dad, this is perfect for Nadia, my son," Kael said swiftly. "She adores crimson." Elias frowned, puzzled. "That's for your mother, Kael." Kael let out a dry chuckle, void of warmth. "Mom's got everything already. Nadia deserves a little something." "You don't spoil her enough," he added, his words sharp as thorns. I stood rooted, my smile crumbling under their weight. My only son, once so tender, now gazed at me with an unfamiliar edge, his warmth replaced by a cold, jagged indifference. Elias tried to ease the tension. "Kael, come on. These are for your mother, a necklace, a shawl." Kael cut him off, rummaging through the bags with purpose. "Then she can share. Nadia loves fine things. You're okay with that, right, Mom?" His tone was a blade, slicing through me with precision. I glanced at Nadia, lingering at the staircase, adjusting her earrings with a sly, knowing smile. Her silence roared louder than words. Swallowing the lump in my throat, I forced a weak nod. "Of course, Kael. If she likes them, she can have them." Elias's eyes widened. "Lara, you don't have to." "It's fine," I whispered, my voice quivering. "They're just gifts." But inside, something fractured, a quiet collapse no one else could hear. That night, I found the shawl draped carelessly over a chair, marred with Nadia's perfume, a floral sting that mingled with Elias's scent. I clutched it to my chest, the fabric a cruel reminder of loyalty lost. From the corridor, Nadia's laughter sliced through the air, crystalline and cutting. Kael's voice followed, low and venomous. "She acts like she owns the world. Maybe it's time she steps down." Under the moonlight, tears blurred the stars as I sat by the window. I realized a bitter truth: love doesn't always fade, it's stolen, bit by bit, by those you hold closest. I vowed softly, this is the last thing they'll take from me. The days that followed draped our home in a heavy silence. Kael and Nadia stayed on, claiming their apartment was under renovation. Weeks bled into months, and the warmth of our home withered. Each morning, Nadia's laughter, bright, youthful, and cruel, echoed from the kitchen. She'd sip tea from my cherished mug, a gift from Elias years ago. When I reached for a dish, she'd hand me another with a saccharine smile. "This one's for you, Mother," she'd say, the word dripping with mockery. Kael mirrored her, his words clipped, his eyes avoiding mine. The boy who once shared secrets with me was gone, replaced by a stranger with his father's jawline and his wife's venom. I tried confiding in Elias, but he dismissed it gently. "They're young, Lara. They'll grow out of it." But his eyes betrayed his guilt. He'd indulged Kael too long, turning desires into entitlements. Small things began to vanish, a ring, a handbag, my favorite scarf. Then it escalated. One evening, I caught Nadia in my bedroom, fingering my jewelry case. "Such a quaint collection," she mused, her smile sharp. "Old, but valuable." She sauntered out, leaving a chill in her wake. That night, I overheard them through the wall. "She's so naive," Nadia whispered. "Once Elias is gone, it's all ours," Kael replied. "She won't even resist." I stifled a sob, my hand over my mouth. The next day, I smiled through breakfast, watching them plan their future, new furniture, fresh paint, as if I were already a memory. I moved like a specter in my own home, observing their glances.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a twist. Stay tuned to Reddit Tales Times for your daily dose of drama, laughs, and unbelievable stories.